Hey, good morning, kiddos. I hope you all had such a Merry Christmas. I miss you all so much, but hopefully we'll be able to be in person this coming month, in the coming year, and I'll get to teach and laugh with you guys in person instead of through a video. But until that time comes, we're still going to be rocking and rolling through this video lesson. And today's video lesson, it's a short and simple one because it covers a very short and simple Bible verse, but it's such an important Bible verse. And it's probably one of the more famous ones too. You may have heard it. It kind of sounds similar to the first verse in the Bible. Remember in Genesis, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth? Well, this verse starts out a very similar way, in the beginning. Except it's not in the Old Testament. It's not way back in Genesis. This is in a New Testament book, right? There's 4 Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And it comes from that last Gospel, from John. It's the very first verse in John. Just like the very first verse in Genesis said in the beginning, the very first verse in John says the same thing, right? It starts like this: in the beginning was the Word. Capital W. That's important. It's a surprise tool that's going to help us later. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Now, why would the W in Word be capitalized there? It must be pretty important, and if you thought so, then you'd be correct. That W is capitalized there because it's such an important word. It's a person. And you may ask, well, what person is that? And if you gave the famous Sunday school answer, Jesus, you'd be correct. That's why we just celebrated Christmas. The most wonderful miracle in the entire world was that the Word, the capital W, became flesh and dwelt among us. That's why that W is capitalized, is because it's a person. Jesus was with God the whole time. And he came to earth to live among us as a human being, which is pretty cool. It's the greatest gift that we've ever been given, because if you remember what happened eventually in Jesus' life, he would give his whole life. He would sacrifice his life, lay it down for us, to show us how much he loved us, and to show us that he wanted us to be with God in heaven forever, and he didn't want us to be separated by sin anymore. So when the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, that's what the author of John is saying. He said that, hey, Jesus was up there with God, and he said, God, no, I'm going down to be with them. God said, okay, go be with them. Close that gap between us. So that's exactly what Jesus did. So anytime you read that verse and you see that capital W, you got to remember, that's a very important word, because it's a very important person, right? I hope y'all remember that every single time you see that capital W. We've got to remember that. Very important, very wonderful gift that we've been given. I hope you all had such a Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys have a really happy New Year, and you guys stay safe and stay healthy out there. I'll be sending out a Zoom link later on today for the 2nd through 5th graders. Hopefully we can see each other for a little while and chat, and we'll have a good time, merry old time. See y'all.